get absorbed in, and you are Sonic.
What's up, everybody? I'm Taylor Olmstead, and I want to welcome you back to No Repeat, a podcast where we pick 3 songs every week with no repeats and no do-overs to create a perfect playlist for every occasion life throws at you. Joining me are my co-hosts, Tyler Reed.
You went to a real deep place there. Usually you go up. This time you went down.
And Sean Evans.
Oh, man. That's such good color commentary. I have nothing else to add to that conversation.
This week, Sean decided to commandeer a challenge, and he decided to make us figure out what's going to be the best song to wash your car to.
So I'm not really sure where this challenge came from, but if you're a Patreon supporter of the show, you heard on Billie Joe Armstrong's Middle School Notebook that we wanted to pick car wash songs because it's starting to warm up and we got to wash our cars, get all the pollen off them. And Tyler dropped a little knowledge bomb on us that he has never washed a car. So I'm curious, Tyler, did you do some deep research for this episode? Did you go out and learn how to wash a car for the show?
It's getting a little hot in here, or what? Are we, man, whew. Yeah, so car washes are great because you sit in your car and then it gets cleaned. But Taylor, now, how would you describe a car getting washed? I know how a car gets washed, but if you could just describe for the audience,
yes,
what that process would be like.
Yeah, they need to know.
They need to know, in case they haven't before,
A hypothetical audience member out there, let's call them Ryler Teed, needs to know how to wash a car. You really only have 2 options. You either drive through the thingy and it washes the car for you, or a human being, you or someone you pay, uses a system of hoses and sponges and things to wash the car by hand. It goes either way. But I wanted to pick my song this week based on the automated car wash experience because, to be honest, that's mostly what I do anymore. I haven't washed a car by hand since high school because I just don't care that much. Like, I don't need to detail my car. My car isn't nice enough to justify detailing. But I'm curious for you guys. Are you wash by hand? Is it automated car wash? Did that factor into your pick?
I would prefer the wash by hand method, but as seasoned listeners of our now debunked podcast, or maybe not debunked because it wasn't really a myth, our defunct podcast, Dude's Brunch would know that there's not hand wash car washes around me, that there's only automated car washes, which are further out, and then there's like hand wash ones where you actually have to go and then real people wash your car. Not like
for an exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah, not like cheerleaders or something, or like a church youth group in which you would definitely go and have your car washed again afterwards, probably, but like real humans, which is probably like good, for jobs and stuff. But I just really love wash my own car. Like, I don't have trust issues or anything. I just like to do it myself. Something that's like really satisfying about having a nice, clean, washed car.
Tyler, anything to add?
I have fond memories of...
Oh my god.
Of my familia members washing their own cars. And that really, really stuck with me about how they used to wash their cars. It's a nice warm day outside. I was like 5, and so I tried to help, but really it just doesn't do anything. But how hard is it really just to wipe a sponge around on the car and spray it off? Really, it was probably just an excuse to play with the hose.
I think you'd be surprised at how hard it is to wash a car. I've seen people wash cars and I've thought to myself, what are you doing? I'm just thinking, can't you go up to a little carport, drop $1 into the slot, get a couple quarters, a few quarters, 4 quarters hopefully, if the machine is actually giving you the correct amount of money, go in there and just give it a good old blast.
Yeah.
You don't gotta soap them. Just give it a good old blast.
I love a good old blast. That Sean, you're right. But do love blasting. And blasting makes me feel good.
That's what I mean. You don't gotta get out the brush and do the whole thing. Just a good old blast will do it most of the time. Get the bird crap off. Just make sure you're protecting the paint. You don't gotta. That's what I mean. I think you're overthinking the car wash.
Listeners at home will be unsurprised to find that I've had a mystery phantom gum piece that's just kind of been smeared across my window for quite some time. That I've just been surely it'll come off eventually through the weather, through the rain.
Wash your car.
Surely one of the elements will get rid of this. No, it's just been there, and I'm I guess it's just gonna stay there.
Mm-hmm. Question for you, both of you actually. Do automated car washes scare you guys?
When I was a little kid, probably. Now I just find them interesting.
Okay.
I think it's more of a primal fear because you're in a darkened area and you have no control over what's going on. Things are just kind of happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, what's? Am I gonna die? Are these brushers gonna just bust right through my window? No, that's not going to happen at all.
I should clarify, but you guys also made a really good point. I'm not really scared of the car wash, going into a dark place where there's flappy things hitting me and I think I'm going to die. I'm always afraid that one of the flappy things is going to catch my mirror and knock it off.
Oh, that's real.
Last summer when I took my car wash, the first time to the car wash, I went through it and I was like, okay, this will be fine. My old car didn't have foldable mirrors. So it just never occurred to me. I would just take the antenna off, if that says anything, and then just go through. But when I took my new car through, one of the little flippies hit it and the mirror went clink and it pushed forward the opposite way that the mirror is supposed to go. And I was like, oh my God, no way did I just break the mirror on my car by going to this car wash. So as soon as I got out, I hopped out and I just looked at it and I just pulled it back and it popped right back into place. And I was like, yes. Oh, thank God. But now every time I go in there, I sit there and watch it because it always for some reason, it's only my driver's side mirror too. It throws it forward and I'm just afraid one day it's going to lop it off inside of there. And I don't know what I would do.
That is scary.
Yeah, I'm also really very afraid because, when I wash my car all the time, that it's going to knock off my mirror. It's a very real fear I have.
So how did you pick your song this week, Tyler?
I imagine that... So I think since I wash my car all the time, I just really like to have a nice little dance party. I really just think to myself, I think back to the simpler days of the 1970s and movies where people wash their cars and there's a montage and there's usually a song playing over it. And I was like, what would I want my car washing montage to be?
That's somewhat similar to my approach. I chose an iconic car wash moment in musical history. Because I feel car wash sequences in movies and TV, they almost always have music in them. And I picked one that I feel really defines the car wash experience for me.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Taylor. I have no context for what the song is or anything about it. So I just cannot wait for you to tell me because I'm getting the bad Kringle tingles. Let's just say that.
Sean, how did you pick your song?
Well, it was really tough for me because I thought, what would I play if I was hand washing my car? Because that's what I would prefer to do. But then I said, no, because that's not good. And I thought what you thought, which is car wash drive-through, what would I sing? And I think I channeled the same spirit that you channeled. But this was my song instead of the one that you picked. Not that yours is bad. Well, we'll talk about that more in a little bit.
I mean, do I need to go first? It seems like I need to go first.
Yeah, you just need to go first. We can lay it out.
I think we do because I am thoroughly confused.
Well, get ready because my pick is Do You Know? The Ping Pong Song by Enrique Iglesias.
Do you know? Do you know? Do you know what it feels like loving someone that's in a rush to throw you away? Do you know what it feels like to be
frequent listeners of this program may be thinking to themselves, why is Taylor listening to Enrique Iglesias? That does not seem like an artist that he would care about. You are generally correct. With this specific song, though, it's all about nostalgia. Because in the mid to late 2000s, there was an MTV2 reality show called Rob and Big, starring professional skateboarder Rob Dyrdek and his bodyguard and best friend Christopher Big Black Boykin. And Sean and I watched a lot of Rob and Big. One of our favorite scenes from Rob and Big features this song where Rob and Big go through a car wash and dance to it. And I've shared the link with Tyler, who has never seen this before, to get his reaction of why I love this song so much.
Let me ask you something right now. Do you?
Do you know?
Do you? Do you?
Do you know what it feels like?
Oh, he's getting it. Oh yeah, go Rob. Oh yeah. Oh, he's too much fun.
And that's why I picked this song. Because it's just too much fun. It is the stupidest, catchiest pop song I think I've ever heard. I don't think I'd ever listened to the whole song before we did this challenge. But as soon as the chorus came on, I knew every word to it just from watching this Rob and Big clip. Like, the joy on Rob's face as they're going through the car wash and he's just partying down to Enrique Iglesias. That's how I want to feel when I go through the car wash. Like, nobody's watching you except the weird car wash employees with their security cameras, and who cares about them? Like, I just want to know what it feels like loving someone who's in a rush to throw me away. I want to know what it feels like being the last one to know that the locks on the doors have changed. Which, when you think about it, are really sad things. But this is a really peppy, happy pop song, which I think is what ultimately like solidified this pick for me. Because if it were just this Rob and Big scene, I don't think I could pick it on that grounds. But it is actually a really catchy, upbeat song about sad things, which is, as listeners know, one of my favorite things in pop music. So yeah, the song just really works on me. The bridge is really bad. Like, I don't understand what's going on in this bridge. It's just kind of the same line repeated over and over, and it doesn't have enough of a melody to it. He's just kind of singing the same pitch through the whole sentence. I don't know. It's weird. But the chorus more than makes up for it.
All right, everyone at home, headphone warnings. Taylor, what the f***? Why did you pick this song? I'm so glad you don't actually like this song on purpose. I was so terrified I was going to have to pretend like I like this song. Mostly.
I do like this song.
Well, not in the correct way. Not in the way that we usually enjoy songs. It's like the pop song way you enjoy, because it's just an earworm. But what really upsets me the most about this song is the anti-ASMR that I alluded to before, of just the ping pong sound that is just prevalent throughout the entire song. And you're like, why is there a ping pong? It has nothing to do with anything to do with the song at all. It hurts. It hurts my brain. It makes me upset. I just want it to stop. It's like when people blow on their food. It sends me into a frenzy. I'm sorry, everyone at home.
I didn't realize you were going to get this upset.
It hurts me so much, Taylor. It's a super catchy song. But I just listening to it, and this ping pong sounds are just oh, why? But it would totally be a song you would hear in a car wash, or like a gas station, or like at a public setting, just in general. So like it totally just fits the mode in like the challenge completely, 100% in. Do you know if the ping pong sound is also in like the regular recording, or is it just in the music video?
It's in the regular recording too, yeah.
I just don't understand.
I don't really understand either. It's there.
Has nothing. Has oh god. Oh, it hurts. It's just right off the top. You just hear that ping pong. You're like, oh. I've said my piece. Sean says this is absolutely nothing.
I just love it for the song, for the video. That's what it is.
Sean knows what it feels like.
I am not attached to this. I just am not attached to this song at all, except for this video. So that's all my commentary is there. I do not have nearly as bombastic as a reaction as Tyler has, but I mean he's Enrique Iglesias, so you just I guess you either love him or hate him, and if you're Tyler, you just I don't know, hate him.
I don't even know if I hate Enrique. I don't know if that's what it is. I think I just don't like the sound effect of a ping pong.
I don't think you said anything positive about the song at all.
It's an earworm, and that's good enough.
Oh my god.
Well, Sean, since you were channeling my energy, why don't you go next?
Okay, so this week I chose Everything I Do Is Out by Matthew Logan Vasquez. I think I heard this song like 3 or 4 years ago, and it just immediately stuck in my head. And I thought this is something that I would sing in the car when I was going to the car wash, because it's a little rocky, but it sounds so big, and his voice is so distinct. It's kind of cool like that. So it's just some good like one-liner lyrics in here too.
This is a very Sean song. I know we talked about a couple episodes ago how there's this ineffable quality of what makes a Sean song. This has it. There's something about the vocal and the guitar that it feels right. Like you said, it's a fun song to sing along to. Those one-liner lyrics definitely help because you can really hit them hard. And I like the kind of almost like Tom Waitsy rasp that he has going on. Like, it just adds character to what would otherwise be kind of a flat song. I've never heard of Matthew Logan Vasquez or listened to anything he's made, but I'm going to check him out. This is really cool.
This is actually probably the heaviest song he has on this whole album.
Don't you hate when that happens?
That's not a problem.
It's not a problem? Okay.
No, it's just not. It wasn't what I was expecting. Like, when you hear this, I really expected them to be like Royal Blood or something like that. Like, really have this, because they're loud, and like Taylor said, almost to the point where they're flat. Like, dynamically, I should say. And when you listen to the rest of this album, they're not. Like, it almost, it's like a borderline folk sound. So that's what I mean. Like, you kind of can't really judge him by this one song, but this song is unique and different. And I guess to talk about it a little bit more, like when you see the album art and stuff like that, it just looks like a hot album. And I think when I wash my car, it's always like blazing hot outside because I live in Virginia, and I don't know why it's so hot here in the summers, but it just is so hot.
Not because you're close to the equator.
No, like I think we're hotter than Atlanta a lot.
I don't know. I think it's a different kind of hot.
Yeah, because
It's not about the heat, it's the humidity.
well, it's the jet stream comes up by you guys and up to us. It's so weird. Like when you look at the summer weather, you're like, really? Is this about to happen to us? Like heat wave in Atlanta, it'll be in Washington in a day. Like, no, don't do this to me. But there it is.
I'm going to echo what Taylor said. This is definitely a Sean song, which isn't bad. And I'm like, of course Sean would listen to this while he's washing his car. Why does it make this different than Queens of the Stone Age? Sean would never wash his car to Queens of the Stone Age.
No, it's Queens of the Stone Age.
Not the White Stripes. Not Black Girl Motorcycle Club. Matthew Logan Vasquez.
MLV or die.
This song's fun. Like Taylor said as well, I'm probably also going to check this out. It seems really intense to wash a car, though. Or to even be, I feel like it's a very tranquil experience to go through a car wash. Or it's just kind of like it's not really, I feel like you'd get your car washed you'd wash your car very quickly. You're like 10 minutes and you're done. Like skirt, skirt.
That's what I mean. That's why it works so well.
So Sean isn't doing this for silly fun. He's like, I'm getting this done so I can go do something else. so I could lounge on my non-existent lawn because we live in late capitalist America.
That's it.
You nailed him. All right, Tyler. Well, that just leaves you, buddy. What'd you pick?
This week, I chose "Get Lucky" by Daft Punk.
We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night.
This is one of those challenges where I had a lot of opportunity. Unlike last week, where I felt like I really was just kind of picking a song that I thought was kind of fun. Just kind of like in general, like, hey, what's a song that kind of sounds nice? This week, I was like, I have a vibe that I'm going for, a style I'm going for, but it was just about finding the song that fit in the most. Like, my shoe-in, slap it in, day one entry was Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Because I was like...
You gotta get that Tears for Fears in there.
Right, because I was like, for some reason, washing your car just feels like you're playing your boombox and you're listening to like 80s tunes, or like you're listening to like your parents' like tracks. You know, like, I don't know, for some reason there was like some sort of like nostalgia to doing it, which makes no sense at all. So I ended up with Get Lucky because, not so much that necessarily that it was Daft Punk, but because it kind of, this album in general kind of called back to a much more funkier kind of like disco almost kind of era, but it had a modern take on it. And I think in modern music right now, we're kind of going through like a synthy, kind of almost new wavy kind of like we're really kind of experimenting really with like a lot of electronic sounds again, but like kind of like more like organic stuff, a little less like dance centric, like EDM kind of focused. So I felt like Get Lucky would fit in as kind of like a throwback, but also a contemporary track. Because just like, for example, I was thinking of like picking a Lizzo song who is very influenced by like, sort of like by the past. And, you know, I was also thinking about Hard Times by Paramore. So that was like, there's a lot of kind of songs that have kind of like pulled from the past and kind of brought it forward and give it like a new fresh coat of paint. And that's kind of what I was kind of going for. What that has to do with a car wash? I don't know. No idea. But that was just I was kind of going for a vibe this time.
I think the driving beat really helps when you're doing a task like a car wash, right? Because it's kind of repetitive, tedious work, so you need like a driving beat to get you through it. And Daft Punk is always good for that, but especially on Get Lucky, because you got that driving drum machine, but with that funky Nile Rodgers guitar. Like, Nile Rodgers' guitar work all over this album is what really makes it for me. And like, Pharrell's vocal on this is good. I feel like I got tired of it after I heard the song 1,000 times that summer that it came out, but I never get tired of the instrumental on this. It's just so funky and so clean. Like, it's always feels fresh. And I think it's good for a car wash song to have kind of that like timeless, like freshness to it. I will say the single mix is the correct choice for this, because when I was doing some prep for the episode, I listened to both the 4-minute single mix and the 6-minute album mix of this song. This song does not need to be 6 minutes long. It's already too repetitive.
Does not need to be 6 minutes long. Mm-hmm.
Take that as you will. The Apple Music version of the playlist will definitely be using the single mix of this song.
I mean, Get Lucky. We killed it. Like Taylor said earlier, that's what we did. Is it a good song to watch your car to? Yes. Do I want to hear it anymore? No.
Absolutely not.
But if it came on, I wouldn't turn it off. Just saying. I wouldn't pick it.
I think you're right. You saying that out loud did makes me realize something. That I do think I have listened to this song a lot. And you know what? I'm kind of like, I'm kind of, you know, I am in some ways kind of done with it, you know, like, because I do feel like I listen to it over and over and over and over and over again, because it's such a good song, but it's almost too much a good thing. But
when Tyler and I found ourselves in a Greasy Spoon diner at 9 o'clock in the morning, eating breakfast, And as we left the diner, he got up, went over to the Touchtones boombox, and spent all of his remaining cash to play Get Lucky over and over and over again. And we sat in this diner for the first 2 plays of it, and then left the poor employees to deal with it for the rest of the morning. You did this to yourself, Tyler, is what I'm saying.
And this was a last second pick too, because I was gonna pick a deep cut from this album. I was gonna choose like Instant Crush, Lose Yourself to Dance, but I was like, there's something about the singleness, about the memorability, the importance of Get Lucky as the song that I feel like made it worth it picking that over the other ones. I don't know.
No, I think it's a good pick. It's definitely a good pick. It's just an overplayed song that I don't seek out to listen to on its own anymore.
I feel that a lot.
And now it's time for B-sides. And these were songs that were so close to waxing on, but guess we just waxed them off. Anybody got some notable B-sides?
Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Tears for Fears, I Ran, A Flock of Seagulls, Staying Alive by Lizzo, which was from the Happy Death to You soundtrack, which is wild. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees as well, because I was like, maybe I just want to do the original one. And then Rhythm of the Night.
I shot from the hip this week.
Oh, Juice by Lizzo as well. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
I have no B-sides.
Are you serious?
I shot from the hip. I knew immediately when the challenge came down.
Usually. Oh, all right.
I know what it feels like.
I have a controversial one. I was so close to picking it, but I feel like there's some explanation that I need to have from somebody else because I don't quite understand. So my B-side is, well, you'll see I posted it. It's by Slater. It's called Daddy AF. You should watch it. You gotta watch it for me and tell me. This is gonna be like the hit of the summer. This has like everything that's going to be a dance hit this summer, like a viral Brooklyn Shake kind of thing.
Oh no, Sean. Oh no.
Now, is this song really catchy? Yes, it is. Am I gonna think about this? How easy it is to sing? Yes, I am. But the reason I didn't pick it was because when I was looking at Daddy AF online, there was some meme and it was really unclear what the meme was. And I wonder if you guys could explain that to me.
I feel horribly unequipped. Tyler?
I mean, what else is there? I don't understand what you don't know.
Well, I feel like, okay, so it seemed like this was, of course, there's like the Urban Dictionary version of like what a daddy is and what it would mean to be Daddy AF. But like there was another one where it went to this like men's rights thing where using daddy as like and it started going down this weird way. And I was like, I don't want to have this as my official pick if I can't like. There's more research that needs to be done about this.
Yeah, I'm really glad you didn't pick this. There's something weird going on here. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Maybe we'll discuss further on a future episode of Billy Joe Armstrong's Middle School Notebook.
Okay.
Similarly, Lizzo did do a song with Missy Elliott called Tempo, which was a little much, but that was definitely a strong seaside contender that I would have just immediately from the hip shot and chose.
Well, Tyler, if people want to teach you how to wash a car, where can they do that?
Hi, everybody. You can find all the pretty arts I do at RudePets.club, and you can find me on the socials as RudePetsClub on Instagram and Twitter.
Sean, if people want some more hard rock recommendations, where can they get those from you?
If you'd like some more recommendations, you can find me on Instagram at TellySean.
And if you want to share old Robin Big clips with me, you can send them to me on Twitter at TC Olmstead. If you like what we do here at No Repeat, you can leave us a review in your podcast app of choice. It helps other people find the show. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back next week with 3 more songs on another episode of No Repeat.